Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Just a few days before opener of early Goose, and I got a little shipment coming in today, and kind of excited to share with you guys and kind of show you the new spread I'll be having this year. But yeah, I got them all packed in my trailer. I'll bring them back to my house, and I'll kind of show you guys what they look like. All right. Wow. These things are unbelievable. Just like a big size to them too. They're almost like the size of like a DSD, and the detail is actually pretty insane and way better than I thought it was going to be. Wow. That is a nice looking decoy. It's kind of cool too. They have like texture on the head with the flocking. Usually you only see they're kind of like flat. It was kind of neat, but yeah, the paint scheme, they definitely hit it on the head with that. Holy cow. And here's a look at an active body style, and just a nice looking decoy. Kind of cool. All right, here's the rogues. Not as detailed as the Dominators, but holy, they are still just a great looking decoy. And they have like kind of a flat head like I was talking to you about, and they actually have a flock tail, which is kind of neat. You don't see that a whole lot in other full bodies. So still a really good looking decoy. I believe they changed their paint scheme this year too. They added like, I think, a little white in there just kind of for a little bit more detail. But yeah, I'll show you them up next to a Dominators and see which guys would rather have. So yeah, there's kind of the size comparison. I mean, the Rogue is definitely smaller than the Dominators, but yeah, it's kind of nice. They had the flocking right there on the tail. They don't have them on the Dominators, but they're both, I mean, really good looking decoys, but that Dominator is unbelievable. So both are going to work just fine, and I'm excited to get them to use. So give you kind of a little better look. But yeah, they got two options. Like I said, that's the cheaper Rogue series, and then that's the more expensive Dominator. I believe these run for $199 for a 4-pack, and these are like $195 for a 6-pack. So you get more for the same amount, but you're also paying for a better looking decoy and the higher end kind. So it's nice they have those two options for you. So yeah, that was kind of like the first time I got to look at them. I did see them at the Shields Hunt Fest they had, but I didn't get to look at them too often because I was kind of too busy talking to people. So it's kind of the first real look I got at them, and they are just awesome. They're a really nice size to them. So it's kind of cool they sell two different models of decoys, which most companies don't do. And they have a cheaper, affordable Rogue series, which is still a phenomenal decoy. And then you have the Dominators, which is a top line decoy. I mean, they're big, great detail, and they should move decent in the wind with that cone system they have. And I'm excited to use both of them. So, but yeah, definitely go check out DOA Decoys. They have a website, or else you can also, I think they sell them at Shields now, which is kind of cool. I don't think they sold them before. So, but yeah, it's nice if you're, just building a spread. Those Rogue series are a great start to that. You can get more for cheaper, or if you're looking to get more higher end decoys with the Dominators, you can't go wrong with that. So I got a lot of unpacking to do and putting together stands and stuff, which isn't the most fun part, but it's also kind of cool just to look at your new spread. So.
Well, as you can see, that field is absolutely loaded with ducks and geese. There's about probably 100 geese there, so kind of hard to see with all of them feeding. But there is a ton of ducks. I'd say maybe 1,000 ducks. I've just been seeing them come from the roost and then just going to the field back and forth, and it's been nonstop. So hopefully that means it's going to be a good duck season, because I am ready to shoot some ducks. I do love geese, but it is always fun to do combo shoots. So the only bad thing right now is I'm a little close to the roost. I think I'm about like 0.4 miles away, but it is early season and I've seen crazier stuff happen. So I'm just going to give it a try since I haven't gone out yet this year. And hopefully put a few birds on the ground for you guys. I'll be happy if I shoot 3s. Looking forward to getting out. Well, actually, I did go out opener, but it was just a sloppy mess, and they didn't even show up. So this is pretty much my opening hunt, and we'll finally be able to drive into in the fields. It's looking a little bit dry after I think we had 5 inches of rain, and finally had some nice days where I hopefully dried it out. So hopefully I can get my trailer out there and I'll set up maybe 15, 20 or so decoys. Not that big of a spread, but so yeah, hopefully it's a good hunt, and I guess I'll see you in the morning.
Best coffee ever.
Well, I finally got all set up and I got my decoys out. I went with like 2.5 dozen decoys, a mixture of dominators and some rogue feeders. So I kind of made it look like they were walking up out of the water into the field and feeding. I put all my feeders up on the wheat, and then, like I said, had those lookers and actives look like they're walking into the decoys, the feeders. So we'll see how it goes. A lot of ducks so far. Haven't seen any geese yet. The geese were roosting on this little sheet water, which kind of stinks. I didn't put them to bed yesterday because I kind of figured they'd roost. There's a body to the west about like a half mile or so. I thought they'd roost there, but they ended up roosting on the sheet water. That might help. I'm not sure. Sometimes I've had good luck with bumping them off like the field if there's a roost there, and then if they're feeding right next to it, and they'll eventually come back. So yeah, hopefully it's a good hunt, and enjoy the video. Well, we got a few. There's no wind. I was a little worried. They came in from behind, but they freaking worked beautifully. I had a group of probably like 10 or so land here. I had them lined up, so I took the shot on the water and somehow missed the other 2 shots, but they freaking worked awesome. I wish we had a little wind, and I wish they didn't come in such a big group, but we still got a few coming, so. Back. Dang, I just wish I would have shot a little bit better. Jack, come on, let's go. Good boy, Jackie, good boy. Heel. Heel. A little excited for that first group of the year. Holy, oh dang, I should have had like 4 at least and missed those 2, and oh well. I'm trying a new choke this year, and I'm actually going to, I don't know if it's just not shooting much this summer, or I'm trying a new choke this year. I'm using a factory choke. I used to use this Drake Killer choke, and it was tighter than heck, so maybe we'll have to go back to it. But you excited, buddy?
Good job. Back. Ah, shoot. Well, there's 3. God dang, I should have like 5 right now too. Well, I stoned that one. That time they worked just a little bit farther out. I mean, at first one was still a good shot, but that one just wanted to stay a little bit high. So, but got one in the kill zone again. So that's number 3. Woohoo! I said I'd be happy with 5. So if we can get a few more, I would be just tickled. But yeah, I heard those 2 come from like probably like 3/4 a mile. Had no idea where they were, and then suddenly they got in the same field I was in, and they came right in. I didn't really have to call much once I saw the decoys, so just kind of stinks the other one didn't do it right, but bah. Got one happy puppy. Yeah, that's a big boy. Yep, that's a big honker. Holy. Cool. Well, I ended up with 3 honkers. Most of them didn't show up. I waited out till about 9:30 and didn't see any more, so I think we're gonna call it a day. And I'm sure I'll roll this into another hunt, but it was a good start. Got the itch scratched and got a few honkers on the ground. Just thinks that they were roosting on the sheet water, and sometimes they do come back after you push them off where they've been roosting and where they've been feeding the same spot. But today it looks like they just didn't want to come back. Well, I mean, some did, but the majority of them did not come back. So that's early goose for you, but hopefully the next hunt is a little better, and we'll probably see you out in the next hunt. It's the next morning. Last night I found about 50 birds in it, and I thought they roosted about like 200 yards from where they fed, but I don't hear a single goose on the water, so I kind of feel bad. I was gonna bring a buddy, and I told him, I don't know if it's gonna be worth it since they roosted like right next to the feed. And happens to be they switched roost. Must have been during the night sometime, but so that kind of stinks. So this could be a decent hunt. I'd be happy if I shot 3. I was just gonna come here and, you know, maybe let a big group land and try to get as many as I can out of that big group. But so all I'm doing is just hiding behind that bale. I'm not even putting on a layout blind. Got Jack with, and I only put out about 4 decoys. So there was only 50 in here. No need to put any more than that, and I have a good hide, so I shouldn't have to worry about them seeing me. So I only used 4. I put out 2 Dominators, lookers, and then 2 Rogue Series feeders. So good wind today. I think it's blowing about like 15 to 16, and it should be a decent hunt if they come. I've been having trouble with them coming back to feeds and stuff. They just haven't been cooperating that way, but hopefully, at least if we can get 50 to come back, hopefully we can get like, you know, 5 or so. That'd be pretty sweet. So stay tuned, and hopefully we get some birds on camera.
Shoot. I don't know why, but they wanted to go over these decoys. Usually they don't like flying over them. I thought they would have kind of shortstop like right here. Maybe it's because of the taller grass. I don't know, but got one. God dang, I probably would have shot right here too, but then I had that semi go by, so I had to let him go past, and then I was like, oh man, they're not going to see me when they're behind, so I ran up to that bale and got a couple shots off, but shoot. Kind of looks like they actually were roosting right here. Maybe I just couldn't hear them with the trees and the wind blowing away, but there was only, it looked like 20 there, so I don't know if those other ones will be somewhere else. We'll give it, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 more minutes and see if anything else shows up. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, I was kind of hoping they'd land in the decoys, and just that semi kind of screwed me for that.
Well, I appreciate you guys watching the video. It's been a slow start to my 2024 early goose season here in North Dakota, but hopefully it starts picking up once we get a few north winds and the temps cool down. They start grouping up a little bit more. It just kind of had a lot of bad luck with birds not showing back up to the field and then them roosting right in the field. So, and I also thought I got away with maybe the birds moving on the roost, but they definitely ended up roosting right there, and we're only like a couple hundred yards. So I got that one shot off, and that was pretty much the end of it. If I could have played it back, I probably would have waited for another group to come and try to get a little better decoying shot there. But yeah, hopefully you guys stick around, because there are going to be a lot of good hunts coming up here in the near future. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya! Bye!